All right, so we'll get started. I'm going to have this on recording too for those who can't attend or for those who want to check into it on later on. So I'm going to go over a little bit about some different at-home exercise ideas, and at the end I'll have a little Q&A, so anybody who has any questions is welcome to ask about that so we can go over any specifics. But in the meantime, I'm going to get started. So as most of you know, I'm Joe, I'm a physician assistant here. I'm also a certified personal trainer at Transition, and I'll kind of go over some at-home exercise ideas for those of you who are unfortunately stuck at home during this tough time, and perhaps your gym is closed and need some ideas for how to work out without much equipment, or based on your different experience levels or available time and schedule. So I'll try to go over a variety of different things regarding some body weight exercises, also some different things using equipment, some different recommendations I have for some classes, as well as some free online resources for workout suggestions as well. So I'll also at the end have a resource in terms of a link so you can access this slide and look over any of the things that I had presented today, as well as be able to see the slides and the links. So get started here. Just as a brief overview of the different benefits of exercise. Of course, it doesn't need an explanation, but there's so many different improvements for our health beyond just weight loss. So we want to think about the importance of how it affects our aerobic system. It helps us with our muscle mass, which is important for maintaining a good resting metabolism. It also, of course, has a benefit on our blood pressure, on our heart function, as well as preventing things like higher cholesterol, and even helping in terms of reducing diabetes and helping with that as well. So there's also, for older adults, the importance of it, how it reduces the risk of osteoporosis and strengthens your bones. So lots of good reasons to exercise, and there's also a mental benefit of exercise just through the benefits of getting your blood flowing and getting those endorphins flowing. So hopefully it'll keep you feeling positive about the tough times going on. Sedentary behavior, a majority of people do not meet the guidelines in terms of getting enough exercise. So certainly plenty of people have issues with that. But when we look at the number of adults who are physically inactive, it's even more than the number of people who smoke. So it plays a large role in terms of our health. And it makes a big impact on healthcare costs as well. And a lot of these diseases can be prevented through weight loss and through physical activity. So trying to make a difference with exercise also has a role in our functions of our health and how we feel. So in terms of subject suggestions, I wanted to start things off on the lower end and then kind of ramp up in terms of the different recommendations. So the easiest option for some people who may have mobility issues or who might have problems with hip pain, knee pain, joint pain of any kind, and maybe they're sedentary and can't even stand up due to balance problems. So there are some chair exercises that people can do. And so what's great about this is that you don't need any equipment. All you do is just stay seated in your chair. And I included two different links here. So the first one is an 8-minute low-intensity cardio workout that actually doesn't require too much. It's pretty basic to kind of get things started, and it's pretty quick and easy. But the video will guide you along. There's a timer, and she's an instructor, and you just follow it along, and it involves some arm motions as well as some leg motion. And then for those who want to progress to something a little bit tougher, there's a 20-minute moderate intensity workout that I've included the link to as well. It's a little bit more intense, get your heart rate going a little bit more and burn some extra calories. And so for those who are ready to progress up, that would be a great option. And both of these YouTube providers have lots of other content that you can follow along with if you enjoy it. So that's a great start for people who don't have any equipment or have some mobility problems. As we move up, we think about body weight exercises, which are a great option for people who don't have any equipment and need to do some movement at home. And so for body weight exercises, Cheryl and I are a big fan of the 7-minute workout. It's very quick and easy. It only takes 7 minutes. Basically, each exercise you do for 30 seconds, and you rest for 10 seconds in between. And so you would just follow along with the pictures here. You can see jumping jacks. You would do that for 30 seconds. And then you would wait 10 seconds for a little bit of rest, and then you'd progress into wall sits, and then move along from there into going into push-ups, and then along further into crunches and step-ups and squats and tricep dips and abdominal planks and running in place and so forth. So all these different exercises will work all the different muscles in your body, so you get a complete full body workout, and it's able to be done pretty easily at home. For those who don't feel comfortable stepping up onto a chair, you could certainly use a small stool or even just a small step on your stairwell, that would be a fine substitute as well. And for those who are able to do even more intense than this, feel free to rotate through it again for an additional round or two, and you could make this either a 7-minute workout or 14 minutes or even 21 minutes, whatever you need. So lots of different choices available there as well. Progressing up a little bit more, Fitness Blender is an awesome resource. It has a ton of free content. There's over hundreds of workout videos available, and they are as simple as just clicking and following right along. So again, all these links you'll have access to at the end, but Fitness Blender is available on YouTube, and it's basically, it's a couple, and they both are personal trainers, and they put out a ton of free content. All of their workouts are categorized into different choices. So if you want to do an upper body workout, feel free to do that. If you would prefer to do something that works your lower body or something more cardio-based, you have all the different options. So they have everything from beginner workouts all the way up to more advanced things, and they have short workouts up to longer workouts. So tons of choices available, and most of them you can do with body weight. They do have a few that use some kettlebells or dumbbells. And again, nice to have some variety for some at-home workout ideas that you can join in right along. And they'll even instruct you, as well as have a timer for how many minutes are remaining, and even how many calories are being burned approximately. So great resource there. Jumping along, this is, many of you have probably received a copy of this. This is a copy of the resistance band workout plan that I created. And so for those who do have a set of resistance bands, that definitely makes for a great option for at-home workouts without having to use much equipment. Bands are very versatile. You either stand on the bands, or you can use the door anchor and be able to attach it to your door so you can do exercises in the horizontal plane. But this allows you a lot of different great options. And the workout that I created here is a full body workout. So you work your legs, your chest, your back, biceps, triceps, shoulders, and abs. And certainly, you know, the goal is to be progressive over time. So whatever weights you're starting with, if it's the yellow band, and you want to work your way up over time so that you're trying to be getting stronger, so moving up to the red band or the green band and so forth. And you can also, of course, increase the number of repetitions you do too. So another great resource. For those who like dancing, Zumba is an awesome workout. Many of you know my wife Danielle is hosting free Zumba classes. Those are using a similar interface on Zoom like this. It's available to all the patients, so anyone who'd like to join in, she does them on Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. or Saturdays at 10:30 in the morning. And just join in, click the link, and get the music. You got everything. You just follow her along. She does a great job of instructing you as to which way to go. And you can just tune right in and have fun. And it burns a lot of calories. It works your muscles from different angles, and doesn't even feel like a workout because you're dancing to the music. So great choice for sure. For those who do like, you know, following along with those types of workout classes, and those who enjoy Pilates, Pop Pilates is a great resource that has a ton of free content that you can just follow the workouts right along. They're usually, you know, between 10 and 30 minutes and quick and easy, but there's all different difficulty levels, and you get to, you know, not only do some level of cardio, but also get to work your muscles and strengthen your core, and also work on flexibility and keeping stabilization muscles working. So Pilates is a great option too. So for those of you who enjoy that, definitely check that out. All these links will be clickable for you. For those who do have some exercise equipment at home, they can use some dumbbells or kettlebells. Then a great resource for a lot of you is Dareby. It's a nonprofit, kind of ad-free resource of all different exercises. They have a full database of over 1,400 different workouts, and it's actually sortable, so you can filter it by difficulty level, equipment available, your muscle groups that you want to train, and so forth. So tons of content is on there. And what's nice about this is that you can kind of find the workout that you like, and it even shows you a before and after picture of each exercise. So again, you can just follow it right along, and the workouts are pretty quick and easy and efficient, and works a variety of different muscle groups. So great resource. They even have, in addition to just regular workouts, they also do have full training plans. So you could do a 15-day ab plan or a 30-day arm workout or whatever it is, so that you have a variety of exercises broken down onto a calendar that you schedule every day as part of your routine. So great resource, tons of good content available there to definitely check out. For those who do have some strength training equipment available, then a great choice would be, you know, not just strength training, but cardio equipment. lots of availability there. If you have a treadmill, if you have a bike, if you have an elliptical or a Stairmaster or a rower, anything like that, then certainly make use of it during this time. When it comes to cardio equipment, steady pace cardio is great, but also it's good to switch things up because your body can kind of get used to things after a while and you want to challenge yourself. So a great way to switch things up is doing high intensity interval training, or HIIT. And HIIT, basically, you're alternating between more intense and less intense activities. So for example, if you're doing on the bike, then you'd warm up for a little bit, and then you want to push hard for about 30 seconds where you're going pretty intense. You want to, run like you're being chased by a tiger. So put that resistance up so you're a little bit more challenging, or go on an incline if you're on a treadmill, and really try to go at max speed that you're comfortable with within reason for about 30 seconds. And then you should be pretty gassed by that point. So then tone it down and catch your breath and rest and go at a reduced pace for the next 60 seconds. And so you're going to repeat back and forth between these intervals of 30 seconds of a high intensity and 60-second rest periods of low intensity. And you keep on repeating that. And then at the end, of course, you're welcome to do a little bit more of a cool down. And depending upon how much time available, you can continue doing this again, or you could always, end it there if you need to get going. So intervals are a great way, and you could be doing them with any of the equipment. If it's treadmill, then you're alternating between walking and running. If it's the elliptical, then you're increasing the resistance in the incline. If it's the bike, then you're increasing the speed in the incline or the resistance. And so whatever it is, and it can even be done with bodyweight exercises. You could do it with burpees, you could do it with jumping jacks, you could do it running in place. So lots of choices there. And high intensity interval training has been proven to burn more calories. It helps to activate your metabolism because you're really activating those fast twitch muscle fibers. And it also helps to target that visceral fat, as well as help to build some more muscle mass. So it makes a big difference, and it can improve insulin sensitivity and so forth. So for those who don't even have any exercise equipment, or for those who have a desk job, they do make under desk cycles. This is one, but there's a lot of different models out there. These can literally fit underneath your desk, or you can put it in front of your couch, and you can pedal away while you're watching TV or on the computer. So there's really no excuse for being able to get some steps in no matter what you're doing. This is a great way to stay active if you're still busy being sedentary at a job. Beyond equipment, of course, going for a walk is always a great option, and hopefully we get some warmer weather soon. But staying active can, be going on the rail trail, or going for a bike ride, or going for just a jog on the local park. So really just trying to stay active and get some fresh air. It's good for you during this time for everybody, and just being able to exercise is good for our immune system. It's good for our mental health. It's good for our physical health, and it'll hopefully make a big difference so that we can help to not only keep the calories down, but burn off some extra calories throughout the day. Other things just to remember in terms of any exercise routine, whether it be strength training or whether it be cardio, is you want to be progressive. So if you start things off at a current speed or a current routine or a current length of workout, you want to increase that over time. So start slow, especially if you're new to working out, and ramp it up over time. So if you're doing aerobic exercise, then you can start as little as walking around your house, then increase that to walking in your yard, and increase that to walking down your street or going for a longer walk on a trail. So, make the most of it. With resistance training, again, if you're always curling 5-pound weights, then that's not going to get you very far. So you want to increase things. So maybe you're doing 5-pound weights for certain exercises, 10 reps. Maybe next time you do the workout, you can increase it to 12 reps or 15 reps. So you're challenging yourself a little bit more. Eventually, if you're at that point where you're doing 15 reps or even 20 reps, it's time to go up in weight. So now you can go up to 10-pound dumbbells, maybe start off at 10 reps again, and then work your way up to 12, 15, 20 reps, then increase from there. And every muscle group's different. Certain muscles are going to need a stronger stimulus than other muscles. Usually your legs are going to be a lot stronger than your biceps, but keep things in mind and just try to progress over time so that you're, increasing either the weight or the reps, or even just shortening the rest period can be a way to make things more challenging too. Of course, stay hydrated between your workouts. Make it a priority. A lot of us, we're not as motivated perhaps because we don't have our gym memberships or whatever it might be, and it's easy to let this slide and not make it part of the schedule. So you got to really, find time and make it a priority. So start slow. It doesn't have to be 5 days a week for an hour here. We're just starting off things, maybe, 30 minutes, 3 times a week would be great. But put in your calendar, designate certain times of the day to get to it and make it happen. Then over time, again, we want to try to increase the frequency. So if you're doing 3 days a week, then hopefully you can ramp it up to 4 or 5 over time. You don't need to go every day. Your body needs some rest for sure, but getting that activity in, getting your heart rate up, it's going to be a big benefit for you. So whatever exercise you're doing, it's always great to get a little bit of a combination of both strength training and cardio. So you're working both aspects of it, and you're getting the best benefits of both worlds. But change it up so that you don't keep things, things can get monotonous pretty quickly. So change up the modalities, change up the type of workouts, change up the location of your workouts, whatever it is to keep things fresh and keep things fun, and it'll make it worthwhile for you. And lastly, one thing that's important to keep in mind beyond just the straight structured exercise that we think of in terms of working out is NEAT, which is the non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And so when we think about the amount of calories we burn every day, doing those little things like house cleaning, yard work, moving around, all that adds up. So taking the stairs more often, or standing more often than sitting, or getting a standing desk if you're at home doing work. For those who are going to park further away so they get more walking in, or going outside to do yard work or cleaning. All those things burn calories. There's studies that look at people who just fidget and they burn more calories. So you want to, keep active throughout the day. And if you've been sedentary for hours on end, then it's time to get up and go for a walk, or keep things moving every hour or two so that you don't become too sedentary for too long. So it just shows you how many calories are burned per hour doing things like, active duties like moving around or cleaning versus, some light stretching, or even just standing versus sitting. So going from sitting to standing is going to burn a lot more calories, and going from standing to moving is going to burn even more. So don't neglect the little things throughout the day that help to burn calories too. So keep getting up, keep staying active, go up to get a glass of water every so often so you keep things moving. That's beneficial for you. So in summary, of course, get moving. You want to really make it a lifestyle, something that you can stick with, and something that you can, continue to incorporate on a daily basis, not just now, but in the long term. Studies find that patients who work out certainly maintain their weight much better. When you look at the National Weight Control Registry, it looked at patients who have lost around 60 pounds on average and kept it off for over 5 years. And the majority of those, about 90%, exercised on average about an hour per day. So that was the biggest correlation to weight maintenance than anything else. So you want to really definitely keep that activity going. It makes a big role in things beyond just burning calories. So for anyone who wants to visit any of the links that I presented today, all of those links can be accessed. This whole presentation can be accessed by going to this shortcut. It's bit.ly/transitionzoom1. And that's case sensitive, so make sure you type it in with no uppercase letters. And so when you go to that site, it'll give you a direct copy to the presentation that I'm just showing you right now. And you'll be able to click any links in the slide that you'd like. So plenty of good content in there, and I hope it's helpful. Just references from there. So I'm just going to stop